Hello everyone. So I'm just a little bit close to the camera for now, just to see if you can all hear me okay and see me okay before we begin. How are you all doing this evening? What is the weather like near you? It's changing a lot at the moment, isn't it? So before we begin, I just want to talk a little bit about how we're feeling. Maybe quite tired, maybe a bit demotivated. Well, the good news is we are staying on the floor this evening. Okay, so you can say hi, hello. Yeah, I've got some people saying hello there, welcome. So some of you are watching through Facebook, some of you are watching through YouTube, which is a private area of my YouTube. So whatever you write on there is private. So this exhaustion. Now, when we're not moving our body, when we're not kind of practicing self-care, then we actually feel even more tired. So sometimes it's just a little bit of a reset, and then we can sort of bring positive new things back into our lives. Hello, hi. So you can hear me okay? Yes, we can hear you. Brilliant. Okay. So for those of you that are interested in a little bit more about feeling this kind of exhaustion, sluggishness, and you want to learn a bit more about it, I am doing a free webinar Sunday night, 8 o'clock. It is one that you need to register for, so I'll drop the link in for that coming up later. So what I want to do is remind you to slow down, remind you to take a gentle class. It doesn't have to be something high level, to come back to yourself and just find a little bit of peace again, a little bit of connection back to yourself. So we're focusing a little bit on the back today and the spine itself, because the spine, of course, is part of our nervous system. So this is connected to our mind. It's connected to how we feel in terms of our nerves and if our nerves are on end. And also it's the main frame of our body. So we're going to be doing some gentle movements. It's raining. Yeah, it's raining here as well. So we can feel nice and cozy inside. You can put your music on. As I've said, I don't play music on these lives because I don't like the interference if there's a bad quality Wi-Fi that day, for example. So get your candles, make it nice and cozy. It's not super long, easy, so it's really, really doable. We'll end with a meditation as well, a nice long meditation. And yeah, most of it is on the floor, as I've said. So we're not going to come up to standing. We're just going to stay here, release some tension, shoulders, neck, back, get into a nice relaxation. How does that sound? Okay. Hello, hello. Hi, Kim. Hi, hello. Right, so we are ready to begin. So from here, I just want you to, I'm actually using a blanket tonight. Now, you don't have to sit cross-legged like this. This is not a prerequisite. You can sit like this. You can have a pillow under your bum. You can have your legs out, up against the sofa. So don't feel that just because we're doing a yoga session that you have to sit in any particular way. But what is important is having your spine straight, okay? That allows you to breathe deeper. It allows for the energy, we call it the Sushumna energy, to go up and down the spine. So let's just start by closing our eyes, taking a deep breath in and release. We'll do that again, and this time we're going to blow out anything that we don't need anymore. Inhaling deep until all the air is released from your lungs, from your belly. The third time, we're going to let out a big sigh, inhaling. You say to yourself, I'm here. This is my time now. Whatever is going along around me, the weather, the noises, this is my space, and I choose to take some self-care in this moment. So as you're sat here, I'd just like you to bring into your mind your intention for your class this evening. So is that for better sleep? Is it to do something for yourself? Is it to stretch through your body? Is it to reset? It's all of that, and that's fine. But just let that bubble up into your heart and into your mind. And breathe that intention in and blow away anything else we don't need right now. Good. Just gently opening the eyes. We're going to start with these shoulders because this is where we hold a lot of our tension around the neck. So we're going to take the shoulders up, back, and then down. It's quite an exaggerated movement, if that feels okay. Sometimes it can feel quite stiff. Now try to bring the breath in. So as you inhale, pause at the top here, and then exhale down. Pause as you roll them to the front. Inhale up, pause, and down. Now you might feel more comfortable placing your hands on your shoulders. So you bring your elbows in, back and down. So if you are feeling as though there's a lot of tension, a lot of clicks and creaks in your shoulders, I want you to practice letting go of judgment on yourself. Letting go of any negative thoughts that come up around that, and just remind yourself that you're here now. It doesn't matter about anything else. I'm going to do some big ones as well. I always feel that this opens out the heart chakra. Inhaling up, back and down. So really exaggerate that. Being careful not to knock any plants off. Side tables. Bang your hands. That's not very relaxing. Finish with the fingertips down and sitting up nice and tall. So as the fingertips are out here, I want you to just draw your chin down to your chest. There might be some pain around the neck if you've not been sleeping very well or you've been holding a lot of tension, which most likely is the case. So just breathe into it here. Walk the fingertips further away. And then just relax into it. So as we start to move the shoulders, it seems like then it kind of moves up, this pain and tension moves up into the neck. So we're going to tilt one ear down to one shoulder. Now on the screen, I might be back to front to you, so you can either watch and mirror me, or you can listen and go with what words I'm saying. So either way, I've got my right ear down to my right shoulder. I'm taking both hands out again, and then I'm taking my right hand up, bending at the elbow, placing it onto the ear. So I'm not dragging down the head, it's just an extra weight, and I'm walking this other hand away. Closing the eyes, roll back the shoulder, and breathe deeply here. Let's just sit for a moment in this posture. We don't need to rush anything. Just let every breath dissolve the tension. One more here. Next inhale, we're coming up to center, and then floating down on the exhale. Taking the other ear, so my left ear to my left shoulder, and taking up my left hand over to the ear, a little bit of extra weight, nice and tall, shoulders roll back. And see if you can soften your face. We often hold tension due to concentration, frowning, even smiling. So just let all of that melt away as you continue to breathe deep into your belly, dissolving, releasing, beginning to let go, letting go of that grip of life, trying to control the way we want to, and just going with the flow. Inhale up, and exhale down. Good. Another roll of the shoulders here. So you can change your seating position anytime if you want to. You don't have to stay in the same position. We're doing something else with the hands here. So we're imagining that we're bringing up through the earth the reds, the oranges, the yellows, the motivation energy when we need it, and also the cooling, calming colours of the blue and the white and the lilacs when we just need to chill out. So imagining as we breathe in, we're taking those earthy colours up through the earth, and then as we exhale, we're drawing down through the body when we need to calm. And you might be very aware of what this is for you, or you can just leave it up to the subconscious to know exactly what you need. Is it cool and calm and energy that you need today? Is it that motivation, vibrant energy you need? Nice, strong, exaggerated movements here, because we're warming up the body as well as working with the mind here. So the wrists are twisting, the arms are being used, the head is lifting, deepening into that breath. Let's do one more. Good. Just pause here. I like to transition in between each posture. If you feel you need an extra shoulder roll, go ahead to do that. We're going to move into a little bit of a twist here, but we're not going to go straight round. We're going to build to it with a vinyasa flow. So that means moving with the breath. And that also gives us an indication how the back is feeling tonight. Just try not to compare to your previous self if you've not done any movement for a while, and just be in the present. So whether you're on your knees or whether you're on a chair, because a chair is absolutely fine too, or whether you're sat like me, just place the right hand on the left knee and the left hand a little back, but not twisting all the way around just yet. We'll come to that. And moving to the other side. See how the back's feeling. Move with the breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep moving at your own speed. If the back feels okay, then push a little bit on the knee and just start to twist gently. Take the back arm around a little bit further. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Try not to tense them. And then we're going to stop on one side. So arm comes to the back, propping you up nice and tall. I've got my left hand on my right knee. And as we inhale, we're preparing to twist a little bit further. We're creating some space. So we're inhaling, and then we're gently twisting around. So go only as far as your body wants to go without straining. So somewhat of a challenge, but not until it's actually hurting. The head usually can go a little bit further round, and then the eyes can go even further. So as you're twisting there, every inhale, you're lengthening, and every exhale, you're just seeing if there's a little bit more room to twist round. Inhale, and then exhale, float back to center. Let the spine just realign, and then we're going to go around to the other side here. So that's my right hand on my left knee. Left hand comes to the back, nice and tall in preparation. So inhaling, and then twisting round. Drop the shoulders, relax the face. And if in the past you may be able to twist further round, don't try to force it today. You will get it back quickly, so long as you don't rush it, okay? Deep breaths, nice and tall. Exhaling, trying to go further without straining, and then inhale, back to center. Okay, so let's just release the legs. Take the arms to the back, legs out in front. Just ease any tension that may have built in the knees there. Maybe a bit of rotation with the ankles. Keep remembering to take those deep breaths. So it's not just when we're stressed that we breathe shallow, it's when we're also concentrating. So if we can get into the habits in yoga, then when we're out and about in our life, it becomes easier to remember to do that. And that's why they call it yoga practice for out there. A little bit of a wiggle again. And then bring up the feet towards the body, holding onto the ankles nice and tall. So try not to slouch here. Arms are straight, so it's like you're leaning back a little here. Relax the shoulders. Just a little bit of a bounce here. It's also quite nice because it pulls a little bit on the arms, so it feels like it's releasing tension from the meridians that are running down the arms here, where we can get stagnant energy blocks and all the tiny little chakras that we've got running down the arms and the whole body, in fact. Nice deep breaths. And if you feel you want to, you can just put the elbows on the inside of the knees, holding onto the feet or the ankles, a little bit of a gentle nudge, and very, very slowly, you can just sort of lean over. It's also a good idea to get some pillows maybe and make this into a really restorative pose. Doesn't need to feel challenging, doesn't need to feel like you're forcing yourself to do something. We can choose to actually enjoy it as we choose to enjoy life. So just pause into it, relax, enjoy the journey, enjoy the process. Nice deep breaths. We'll hold it here for a little while. Of course, if it doesn't feel quite right, you just roll yourself back out. There's a difference between pain and challenge and not doing anything at all. So it's that middle ground that we want. Gentle encouragement with the elbows, but not forcing it down. Be mindful of what comes up in the head. Try to relax. Deep breaths. So for example, you can really get quite cozy. You can get lots of different pillows. We're just going to take a few more breaths here. Try to relax. Good. This is when you realise it's quite nice to just press pause, isn't it? It's just quite nice to hold something for a little bit longer and not have to rush. So we're transitioning out of that from there, and we're just going to flip our body over. Laying down on the floor now always sounds good. So laying down on the floor, we're going to work a little bit with Cobra this evening. So the best way to test whether your back is okay for this, because I don't want you to force yourself into it, is place the elbows under the shoulders and just your forehead down on the floor, and then lift up the head to about here. There might be a bit of tension, but if it really doesn't feel right, then you can sit out of these back ones. Otherwise, if it feels all right, we're going to drop the head back down and then place the hands under the shoulders. Elbows are in tight, forehead or chin down on the floor. Now from here, we're going to lift up the chin, lift up the body. This is a baby cobra. You're only coming as far as if you could if you lifted your hands off. But place them back down and just lift up the chin. Draw the shoulders away from the ears so you're not scrunching. Try not to put too much emphasis on the glutes. Soften the face and come back down. Now when we come down, I'd like you to put your toes together and your ankles to the side. So I'm not sure if you can see this here. This is like the crocodile pose. So if you put your toes together and your ankles to the side, laying down, and then arms up like a pillow and look to one side. This is a relaxing pose. The toes together and the ankles dropping help to soften the lower back. So you're really, really relaxing, okay? We do that in between every pose of Cobra. Okay, so this time we're going to come up a bit more. So legs back together, toes are pointed, hands are under the shoulders, forehead is down. Elbows are tucked in, and we lift just like we did before, but maybe a little bit higher if it feels okay. Not all the way up just yet. Just see what's going on with the back and the arms. And then come back down into crocodile. So toes together, ankles drop, arms up like a pillow, look to the other side. Take a deep breath. Good. Hands are back under the shoulders, tucked in, pointed toes, zip up our Cobra legs, forehead is down, and again, lifting up a little bit higher this time if you can, without forcing it. You don't have to. You can come up the mini cobra every time. Looking up, taking some deep breaths. And we're coming back down into crocodile. Toes together, ankles dropping, arms up, head to the other side. Make sure those toes are together and the ankles are dropping to the side. Fully relax the body. Now the last one in this sequence is actually called an upward facing dog. And it's a little bit more about the arms, I'd say, rather than the actual back. The hands are back in the position. You can watch with me to begin with if you like. We lift up, and then what we do is we transfer the weight onto the front of the feet. So only if you're feeling it, because it is quite energetic to do that. And then come down. So if you do want to, let's do it together. Inhaling, transfer that weight. Take a deep breath. So your hips are down. And all the way back down. Back into crocodile. Take some nice deep breaths. Let the heart settle. Starting to feel that energy flowing around the body a bit more. Maybe stagnant energy is being released. Now what we're going to do now is push back into child's pose. So hands back into position. We're going to inhale, push up, and then sink all the way down. Now with a child's pose, you can have either your knees wide coming down or together. You can have a pillow under the bum. You can either have the arms by the sides or in front, one fist on top of the other, or a lot of pillows to rest your head on. Okay, it's a resting pose, so allow yourself for just a few moments to rest. Now I like to kind of wiggle the hips here as well. Take one hip over the foot and just kind of a little bit of a flow. When you feel ready, just pause there, take a nice breath or two. Just noticing how the body's feeling. Good. From here, we're just going to stretch out the back in a slightly different way. It's called the extended puppy. So we're reaching the hands out in front, and at the same time, the hips are coming off the feet. Chest is coming towards the floor. Just like the puppies do, the dogs do when they have a stretch in the morning. Opening out the shoulder blades. Good. Just walk the hands up towards the body here. We're just going to do a little bit of a cat-cow before we come into a dolphin. So it's just chin up, let the belly drop, exhale to round, push the floor, tuck the chin in. Inhale and exhale. Now if this feels too slow for you or too fast, just find your own breathing rhythm. You're really tucking the tailbone under, rounding the back, and then coming back through. It's a nice healthy spine. Coming back to all fours, just taking the hips across each side. Taking the body weight over the hands and back as far as you'd like to. Inhaling up, exhaling down. And then one big circle, so you're taking it all the way around, back, up. Inhaling as you come up and exhaling down, opposite direction. Okay. And then just lifting back into a seated position. Just taking a couple of breaths here. Just roll the shoulders first. Inhale up, back, and down. And then just close your eyes and just listen to the body. Notice how it's feeling. The mindful pause, breath, the heart. And while we're doing this, I want you to bring your intention for your class this evening into your mind. Remind yourself. Say it to yourself in your mind 3 times. And anything that is not serving you in a positive way anymore, whether it's places, people, your thought patterns, or whether it's something specific from today that you just want to let go of, release from your mind, from your body, from your heart. I want you to imagine now that we're going to throw this away through our fingers. So if we gently open our eyes here, I'm going to show you, we'll do this 3 times. Call it my anxiety release. And I inhale, and sometimes it's things I'm aware of, and sometimes it's just things that I know in my subconscious that need to be released. And I take a deep breath, and then so really consciously, really assertively releasing that. And we'll do it 3 times, and then on the 4th one, up and out. Okay, so let's do it together. Inhaling and again. Again. 4th time, up and out. Collecting it all from your room and pause here in this new energy, the willingness to receive. As we release the old, we bring in the new, we create space to do so. Rolling the shoulders back for 1. Dropping the chin to the chest, doing half neck rotations here. So rolling the chin along the skin and up on the inhale, just a half circle. Exhale to drop down. Inhale to the other side. Exhale down. Up to the other side. 1 more on the other side. And if you like here, you can take it into 1 full neck rotation. Nice and slow. Just enjoying the movement. Keeping the breath coming deep into the belly. Drop those shoulders. Opposite direction. You don't need to rush. Just enjoy a slower pace. What's nice is when you do stretches at home by yourself, you can press pause and you can take as long as you want in a particular pose that you're enjoying. With or without a video, you can do some in your own space and time as well. So coming back to center, taking a nice deep breath. Noticing that the body is feeling a little bit more ready to relax, a little bit more ready to wind down this evening. Just taking your legs out in front of you and lowering yourself down towards the floor. Keep the knees bent and the feet wide, and then have the knees resting on one another. This is a really nice way to soften the lower back. Take the arms down, roll the shoulders under, chin slightly tucked in, the arms out with the palms facing up. Relax here. Take 2 rewarding breaths, expanding the belly like a balloon on the inhale and deflating nice and slowly on the exhale. Take your time with these breaths. There's no rush. When you feel ready, bring your knees in to your center, hug the knees, and just rock from side to side, massaging out the work that we've done on the back. Just enjoying that. Feels nice also to place your hands on your knees and just make big circles. Keep breathing nice and deep, opposite direction. And you can either keep the knees in that position that we just had, or you can take your legs down, ankles dropping to the side. Just continue to breathe as you were. So deeply inhaling, the belly expands. And as you exhale, it deflates. So it might feel here as though the breath is releasing from you quite quick. So see if you can slow down the out breath. So taking a nice, long, deep inhale, but a little bit of resistance on the exhale in a way that feels good. So if you were to count this, it might be that you count in for 4, 3, 2, 1, and out for maybe 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Some of you might be able to do 8 on your exhale. But continuing with this 4, 6 for a little while. Out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In your head for 4. Out for 6. In for 4. And if you want to try breathing out for 8, go ahead. We'll just practice this breath for a few more rounds. It brings oxytocin into the body, helps the body relax. It's the love hormone. It releases the stress hormone cortisol. So it's one way that you can relax any time of day. You can bring this breath in. Sometimes we see it like a rectangle. Up the left side for 4, along the long side for 8, down the shorter side for 4, and once again along the long side for 8. Starting to feel the body softening a little into a relaxation. There's no rush. It will happen in its own time. You don't need to instruct the body or the mind. Simply guide. All we need is a willingness to relax, and the rest will follow. And we begin to even enjoy a sense of letting go, a sense of just being. Give ourselves permission to relax. And that softening around the edges, not only of the body, but softening of the mind, brings us a sense of calm. That calm is us beginning to reconnect back to ourselves. To our true nature, which is joy, love, confidence, calmness. By allowing ourselves to pause, we regenerate, re-energize. We can think more clearly, we're more focused. We know what's right for us, deep into our gut instinct. And so we feel more confident to make those choices, feeding ourselves well, moving the body, pausing when things become too much, seeking support when we need it, and most of all, listening to the niggles of our bodies, respecting the messages that they give us, because it's coming from the most positive intention. And you already know that when you allow yourself pause, nurturing, relaxation, that you fill yourself with positivity, energy, you exude joy and calmness, and it automatically impacts those around you. So wherever you're feeling the most peaceful and relaxed in your body right now, I'd like you to amplify that 100 times. Maybe it's a beautiful color, or it's just a sensation, and spread that now throughout the whole of your body, every single cell, healing and reviving, all the muscles, all the way down the arms, to the fingertips, up through into the chest, the neck, the head, down the back, all around the belly, down the legs, and all the way to the tips of your toes, feeling wonderful. Taking a moment to thank yourself for looking after yourself, taking some self-care, taking another deep breath in here, blowing away that we don't need. In a moment, I'll be counting you back from 1 to 5. At 5, you'll be feeling lighter, grounded, feeling reset on some level, even on a subtle level. Maybe it's in your sleep. Maybe it's how you wake tomorrow morning. Maybe it's some small choice that seems insignificant but spirals into something beautiful. Just trust that in yourself. So with one, just starting to think about coming back. Transitioning back is just as important as transitioning in and out of everything. The unforgotten pause. With two, we're starting to feel a little more aware, but we don't have to do anything yet. Let's hold on to that slowness and not having to rush with three to become more aware of our surroundings, maybe the ambience we've created, starting to draw the mind, body and soul back together. Gently calling into your body now with four. You start to connect back to the physical, maybe wiggling our fingers and toes, or taking a deep breath in. Sense of touch, sound, and finally sight with five as we start to blink our eyes open back into the here and now. Maybe even a roll of the shoulders, smile on the face. Just feeling a little bit different, and in some cases maybe a lot different. So thank you all for joining me this evening. Thank you so much for your time and your energy. It's been a real pleasure to teach you yoga once again, and I'm going to leave you there into your evening. I'm just going to see if there's any messages coming up here before I go. Hello, Anne, Elaine. I hope you managed to get on, Elaine. Sometimes you have to press play. Penny! Penny's my best friend. You can't see me. Okay, so there's a little bit of a delay on here as well. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, Nicole, so welcome. You're so welcome. I have my phone kind of to the wall, so I'm just going to lift it up now. And hopefully you can see me. So you're welcome. I'm so glad you joined. Look at me showing you all the rubbish around my house. Okay. You're welcome, Sue. Everybody, thank you so much. Kath, I'm glad you made it. I know we were last minute links going on there, and lovely to have you. Sorry for those that have got a Facebook user coming on, because the name will only show up when I actually look at Facebook. Okay, because it's not showing your name, but you're most welcome. And I will see you again soon, everyone. And I guessed the time actually, so I've just gone a few minutes over. I hope that's okay. And I will see you soon. Bye. Bye for now. Oh, I'll just add my website in case you need to contact me. That's my email. Hopefully that's come up now if you need me. And the website is the same. So do keep an eye on all the other free stuff that I'm doing. Don't forget the webinar that's coming up on Sunday night. Free guest week all week as well this week. So lots of things to look forward to. And I'll see you soon.